We're here with Radio 2000. They are broadcasting on our show as well, having such an awesome time. Now, we are celebrating truly awesome women this month, and our Woman of the Day truly is a remarkable lady who's redefining what we believe people with Down syndrome can achieve. She is 30 years old and comes from Bloemfontein, but her achievements have seen her travel around South Africa and internationally as a motivational speaker.
That's right. She also set new boundaries by qualifying as an assistant teacher in a public school, and she's the first South African with Down syndrome to receive a tertiary qualification, breaking perceptions about what people with Down syndrome can achieve.
Well, she's recently honored with a Woman of the Year award, where she was quoted as saying, "I now know that my life has meaning in spite of the fact that I have Down syndrome."
And she says also, "I will show people that everyone who makes the best of these circumstances can be proud of who they are in spite of any disabilities or other problems."
That's right. Well, our Woman of the Day is none other than Sherry Brynard. Of course, she's recently also auditioned for to appear in the local South African soapie, one of our local South African soapies. So she's doing so well. Very proud of you, Sherry.
An amazing woman. And right now to some more amazing women from the ANC Women's League. As you know, on the Thursday, the 9th of August, it was National Women's Day. And the women of the ANC Women's League decided to recreate the moment when women took to the streets and actually protested against the usage of the pass that took place in 1956. And they had a whole team of 20,000 other women that decided to join them. So let's take a look.
Women's rights have come a long way since the march to the union buildings against the pass laws 56 years ago. The 9th of August saluted the transformative role women played in South Africa.
Such a great buzz around me here this morning in the heart of Pretoria, as literally hundreds of people have gathered to celebrate this year's Women's Day. They recreated the iconic 1956 march to the union buildings. I tell you, the ANC Women's League is surely celebrating this year's Women's Day in grand style. Let's go catch up with some of these great women and hear what messages they have for Women's Day.
We still have to marching today because this is our day. This is the day that reminds us of where we come from and who we must be, to show these young ones, the up-and-coming ones, that we are also women, so we are also the role models behind them.
For me, this march is very important because it remembers me where my mothers come from.
Well, today we remember 1956 when women of our country marched to the Union building to protest against the past laws. But also we are saying, as a Women's Month, we must recommit ourselves to the fight against gender inequality, fight for the rights of women, and make sure that indeed women can also be equal partners in society as we transform our country.
The march was a highlight of Women's Month as South Africans are commemorating under the theme 56 years of women united against poverty, inequality and unemployment.
We've literally just walked from the Lilian Ngoyi Square. It was so exciting, so much singing and dancing and celebration. We literally felt what it's like to walk in those women's shoes. And 56 years later, the spirit of celebration is still there. And right now we're at the beautiful Union buildings, about to hear some inspiring speeches and continue on with the fun.
President Jacob Zuma delivered the keynote address and made a call on society as a whole to address the challenges relating to gender issues.
I'm saying forward with women's power. We're here because women had the power and demonstrated their power. So I say they must really keep on the fight. There's also a lot to be proud of. There's a lot to be humble about, but there's a lot to be very grateful and very appreciative of.
We have had fun the whole morning, and I really want to encourage each and every woman and say there's a lot going for women. It's up to us to grab it as soon as possible. It's fun. It's amazing.
Minister, it's such a great day today and there's such a spirit of celebration. What can we celebrate most as women today?
I think we should celebrate the strides that we have made as women politically, but that we should also recognize that there are many, many challenges that we are faced with. Women should always remember that the struggle for women's emancipation is an ongoing struggle. So the march in 1956 was not the beginning, neither was it the end. But what is important now is the struggle against women's abuse, because that one continues. And therefore, people should never believe that the march in 1956 was the end of it all. And I think that with the advances in technology, in the advances in the resources that we have now, young women can be better organized, even better than the women who marched in 1956.
What a fantastic day we've had today, literally walking in the footsteps of some of South Africa's greatest women. And the union buildings are so beautiful, and the spirit here has been really, really amazing. I've had a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys will have a fantastic Women's Month.